The last time anyone saw Liam, he was walking with purpose, not stumbling, not confused, not afraid, just walking, like someone who knew exactly where he was going. And that's what makes this story so disturbing. Because Liam never made it. Not to his hotel, not back to his friends, not anywhere. He simply vanished. And to this day, no one can explain how a 22-year-old man disappeared in less than 20 minutes in one of the most monitored places in Canada. This isn't just a mystery. It's a gap in reality. And once you see all the details, it becomes almost impossible to believe it was an accident. Liam was the kind of person people trusted, not just because he was friendly, but because he was stable, predictable, logical. He had just graduated in electronic engineering technology, the kind of field where everything has a cause, a signal, a system. Nothing just happens without reason. That's how his mind worked. Structured, rational. He liked skiing, cars, video games, simple things, normal things. No history of risky behavior, no mental health issues, no reason to disappear. That weekend was supposed to be a celebration, a reward. He traveled with two close friends he had known for years, people who knew him well enough to recognize if something was off. They arrived at Mont Tremblant, one of the most popular ski resorts in the country, a place filled with tourists, cameras, staff, and constant movement. If there was one place you shouldn't be able to vanish without a trace, it was here. During the day, everything was perfect. Liam skied. He laughed. He texted his parents, telling them how much he was enjoying the trip. The snow, the atmosphere, the energy of the place. There was no sign, none, that anything was about to go wrong. If someone had told him that night would be the last time anyone would ever see him, he wouldn't have believed it. No one would have. As the sun went down, the temperature dropped, and the entire resort transformed. The lights came on. Music filled the air. The quiet slopes became crowded streets, full of energy and noise. Like everyone else, Liam and his friends decided to go out. They went to a bar known for its nightlife. Packed, loud, alive. Hours passed. They drank, but not excessively. Liam was not the kind of person to lose control. Witnesses later confirmed he seemed fine, relaxed, social, normal, nothing unusual, nothing alarming. Then came 2 a.m., closing time, and that's when everything changed. If you've ever been in a crowded place, when it closes, you know what happens. The doors open, and suddenly hundreds of people spill into the streets at the same time. Groups separate, people lose each other, voices overlap, movements become chaotic. And in that chaos, Liam lost sight of his friends. That moment is critical because it seems insignificant. It's something that happens every night, everywhere in the world. People get separated. They regroup later. They text. They laugh about it. But this time, that didn't happen because from that moment on, Liam was alone. Security cameras pick him up again around 3 a.m. This is where things start to feel wrong. Investigators would later study these images frame by frame. And they all noticed the same thing. Liam wasn't wandering. He wasn't hesitating. He wasn't acting like someone who was drunk or disoriented. He was walking with direction, with intention, as if he had a destination and he was going straight toward it. And he was. His hotel was less than 200 meters away. 2 minutes. That's all. 2 minutes from safety. 2 minutes from ending the night like everyone else. At 3:15 a.m., his phone is still active. Everything is normal. Then, at exactly 3:16 a.m., he sent a message. Just one. Meet me outside. He sends it to his father, but it doesn't make sense. Why would he message his father in the middle of the night, asking him to come outside? The answer seems obvious. It was a mistake. He probably meant to send it to his friends. He likely assumed they had already reached the hotel. He thought they were waiting for him, so he told them to meet him outside. It's a simple message. Casual. Harmless. But it reveals something incredibly important. At 3:16 a.m., Liam is not in danger. He is not being chased. He is not panicking. He is not asking for help. He is making a plan. That message is the last digital trace of his existence. For minutes later, at 3:20 a.m., a camera captures him one last time. He is so close now, less than 200 meters from his hotel. He should have been inside within seconds. Safe, warm, alive, but he never enters. There is no record of him using his key card. No footage of him walking through the doors. No sign of him anywhere inside the building. And then, his phone goes silent. Not gradually, not like a battery dying. It stops, completely. No signal, no pings, no location data. For someone trained in electronics, this detail is chilling. Phones don't just disappear like that. unless something forces them to. Morning comes. His friends wake up. At first, they're not worried. They assume Liam stayed somewhere else. Maybe met someone. Maybe crashed in another room. But as time passes, that assumption turns into confusion, then concern, then fear, because Liam would have said something. He always did. When they realize something is wrong, they report him missing. And immediately, a massive search begins. Police, rescue teams, volunteers, dogs trained to track human scent, helicopters equipped with thermal imaging. They search everything: the forest, the slopes, the parking lots, the hidden paths, the frozen water, because there is one obvious theory: exposure. If Liam had wandered into the wrong area, if he had fallen, if he had gotten lost in the freezing night, he might not have survived long. Time was critical, but very quickly, the search teams encounter a problem. There were no tracks, no footprints leading into the forest, no signs of struggle, no clothing, no personal items, nothing. Even the dogs struggled. In an environment filled with thousands of people, scents overlap. They get confused. Trails vanish. But even then, they usually find something. Here, nothing. It was as if Liam had simply ceased to exist. 12 days. That's how long the intensive search lasted. 12 days of combing through every possible location. And after all that time, they found nothing. That's when investigators started to consider something else. Something darker. What if Liam didn't leave on his own? What if he didn't wander into the forest? What if someone else was involved? They went back to the footage, again and again, looking for anything they might have missed. That's when a detail stood out. A shadow, near a parking area. A movement that didn't match the others. It wasn't clear enough to confirm anything, but it was enough to raise a question. Was someone waiting there? Because if a vehicle was involved, everything changes. A car doesn't leave footprints. A car doesn't leave a scent trail for long. A car can take someone far away in seconds. And suddenly, the idea of an impossible disappearance becomes something else. A controlled one. Weeks pass. Then something happens. 7 weeks after Liam vanished, an object is found. In a parking lot. An area that had already been searched multiple times. It was his wallet. Inside, everything. His ID, his cards, his cash. Nothing was taken. That detail is critical. Because if this was a robbery, it doesn't make sense. So now there are two possibilities. The wallet had been there the entire time, hidden under snow, missed somehow, or someone placed it there later. If it's the second option, then that means someone came back. Someone who had it. Someone who decided to return it. Why? Guilt? Fear? Or something else? This discovery didn't solve anything. It made everything worse. The case gained national attention. Journalists investigated. Documentaries were made. Experts analyzed every detail. They exposed gaps in the surveillance system. Blind spots, areas where cameras didn't fully cover, places where a vehicle could stop unnoticed. The more people looked into it, the more unsettling it became, because it proved something. Even in a place full of cameras, you can still disappear. Liam's family refused to give up. They stayed. They searched. They spoke to anyone who would listen. They offered a reward, $50,000, for any information, because they believed one thing. Someone knows. Someone saw something that night. Maybe not the full picture. Maybe just a detail. A car. A person. A moment. But enough to change everything. A year later, the police tried something unusual. They returned to the exact same location. At the exact same time of year. Because people come back. Tourists repeat their trips. Same place. Same dates. They set up a station. And they asked one simple thing. Check your photos. Check your videos. Because in a world where everything is recorded, the truth might already exist. Somewhere, hidden in the background, in a frame no one paid attention to. A face, a shadow, a car, something. Today, Liam is still missing. No body, no answers, no explanation. Just a timeline that makes no sense. A man walking towards safety, who never arrives. A phone that goes silent, for no reason. A wallet that appears, weeks later, and a question that refuses to go away. What happened in those 20 minutes? Because whatever it was fast, it was precise, and it left nothing behind. So now think about this. If you were there that night, if you took a photo, if you recorded a video, if you even remember something small, would you know? Or is it possible that without realizing it, you've already seen the moment Liam disappeared? And if that's true, then the answer isn't missing. It's just waiting to be found. Subscribe for more.